Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are this is new to. And today I'm bringing you a series of game videos taken from our local store's most recent Lightseekers gaming event. So this is going to be a little different from usual, as these games are part of a limited booster draft format. So for those who don't know, a limited booster draft format is a different type of game that you can play with the Lightseekers cards. I won't put in all the in-depth rules here. If you look in the description below, it will take you to lightseekers.cards, which will give you a detailed description of all the rules for the limited booster draft format and other formats of the game. But just to quickly go through it, it's where each player uses 2 heroes with basic access to every element, 30 card decks with no combo or duplicate limitations. So that means that you could use as many combo cards or as many of the same cards as you want if you were lucky enough to pull them in the 5 booster packs. So you don't bring a deck with you. The decks are constructed on the day with the booster packs that you get. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some original Lightseekers content with a big thank you from Thenryu, who was able to edit it all together, and for providing the film equipment. We hope you enjoy it. Okay, let's begin. So this is our first of many videos that we're going to be playing, and this is between Thenryu and a brand new player whose name is Toby. So I'm sure there'll be mistakes, but let's get straight into it. Thenryu there places down Prism Cannon and passes turn. So straight away you'll see that the board is different. We have 2 heroes there. Thenryu is using Impex the Insane and a nature hero who Cedrus there, and it looks like Toby there is running Crab Rider, Nidia and Leo. So there, Toby set down a Shadow Supplier, and I'm guessing he's going to set up here with some buffs to get the full draw effect. So again, quickly, Shadow Supplier lets you draw equal to as many buffs you have in play once it hits its 4th corner. So it looks like he passes his second action and draws. Thenryu there double passes and just remembers to rotate his Prism Cannon. So there we go. Buff rotates, and Toby's going. So this is quite an interesting format, as you can see here. Since every hero has access to a basic element, it means that you can play cards regardless of order. Okay, so I see a Steel Fortification has been played, so Toby's going to play a combo. Oh no, it looks like he's just realised that he doesn't have access to that combo, those combos elements, so he's not going to play that. And looks like there's just some debate here about what he can and can't do. So, but I can see he's got a Fumbling Alchemist in hand there. I can see he's got the Tech Storm dual combo there as well. It looks like a holo, really nice pull. So I guess he's just weighing up his options. So let's just have a look at the heroes that were chosen. Thenryu there has chosen Impex the Insane and Cedrus, both with very similar abilities here. Impex gives you the you take 2 damage, your opponent takes 2 damage. And okay, it looks like he's going to pass his. He's going to use Leo's ability there to deal 1 damage. So Leo and Crab Rider Nidia there, and he passes his second action. Leo and Crab Rider Nidia each have the same effect, where deal 1 damage to your target. So the Thenryu has set another buff, and it looks like he's just going to pass turn. He's going to pass his second action. Okay, and it looks like he pulled a Moss Ridge Defender there. That's a great card. It's going to allow him to control the tempo of the game. But not before. It looks like Toby is going to play down Ramparts. Alright, so Ramparts is a tech card, mechanical element that reduces damage received by 2, and the attacker takes 1 point of damage if they play an attack card. Okay, and he's going to drop a Fumbling Alchemist down as well, discarding that Steel Fortifications that he can't play to play it for 6 damage. And you see, Fumbling Alchemist is a really cool card, one of my favourites for a tech aggro deck, and it says that you can discard a combo to deal 6, but the cool thing is if you don't have a combo in hand, you can still play it. Okay, so it looks like he's taken the damage there from Prism Cannon and the Dread buff, but here we go. It looks like they haven't factored in the Ramparts damage. So Prism Cannon is going to deal 4, and our Dread buff's just going to deal the 1. Okay. So, yeah, okay, it looks like everyone's happy with that. Yeah, it won't spin or anything like that. That's just going to stay in play. Okay, and it's still Thenryu's turn. And yep, he's going to put a Moss Ridge Defender down as well. So that's a 3-2-2. Very, very similar to Ramparts there. Uh, and he's prepping himself just to make sure that he's not going to be hit by any more Fumbling Alchemists, I imagine, and he passes his second action. So, our Dread buff activates there. He's going to draw the 2. It's not too bad, but it seems like he wasn't able to get more buffs in play to really capitalise on that. And Ramparts, of course, turns as well. Now, Toby here is just going through his options. Okay, right, so he's going to play the Lunatic there, which is going to deal 2 damage whenever they play a buff. So that's a really good card there. You can see Thenryu has his board filled with buffs already, and he's probably got more in hand. So that looks like a good card to play. And what's he going to do next for his second action here? I think they're just discussing Ramparts here and what, and perhaps elements. So yeah, he's going to play Living Cloud for 4 damage, but that's going to be reduced by 3 there because of Moss Ridge Defender, so he's only going to take the 1 damage. Perhaps not the best play available to him, but you know, sometimes new players often want to throw the damage out very quickly, and of course this is why defend cards and like defensive decks, I think if you're an experienced player, defensive decks can really favour you against inexperienced players. So then I was just going to, he's going to make sure his buffs are rotated. Toby's going to take the extra damage. And let's see what he's going to do here. Okay, he's just going to, looks like he's just going to double pass for the turn. That's fair. He's going to be building up his hand there. He's going to make sure that when he does the damage, he'll be able to do it. Oh, and it looks like Toby's double passed as well. But just being reminded here to rotate his buffs. I can see the Thenryu here is just going to, he's probably just going to let that Rampart spin out before he starts his attack run. Yeah, there we go. And he's played a Bone Reaper. You see, Bone Reaper will resolve. Bone Reaper will resolve there after Ramparts has expired. So that's exactly what we want. So we like that. That's 1 action done. And I think his second action. See, he's got a Spark Wisp in hand, but he doesn't want to play that. So yeah, he's just going to pass his second action and draw a card. And I see the Mantix Tunneler that's been drawn there, so that's a very powerful card, buff card in this particular format. And Ramparts is rotated out. Umbra Marauder comes in and will deal 6 damage, which of course is reduced down to 4 because of Moss Ridge. It's still pretty good though. And we'll see what the second action to be played here is. I've got a feeling Toby's going to pass here. It's probably best just to hold out, wait till that Moss Ridge Defender expires. No, okay, yeah, he's going to plow right into it there, and he's going to play Fumbling Alchemist by discarding another combo that looks like he couldn't play. Okay, so there we go. He's heightening up the aggression there, and he's got the Thenryu down to 16 life with Toby on 22. Okay, here we go. The Thenryu's going to start his attack run there on his turn. Mantix Tunnel is coming up. He's taking the 2 damage from Lunatic. And what's his next play going to be? Looks like he's got the Nature Draw card. Draw buff, but he's just wondering, is he going to play it to take the damage or not? Yeah, he is. So he's going to play down Soul of War. He's going to spin Lunatic and he's going to take the 2 damage. He must feel confident enough to play it. So yeah, and of course that 2 damage will trigger Soul of War itself, which lets him draw a card. Okay, Toby's turn, and Toby's just going to double pass. Okay, it seems like he's drawn into 2 combos there. So, there we go. The Dread buff expires. 4 damage to Toby, 4 healing for yourself. And of course, as Mantix Tunneler rotates now, you think that's 11 damage that the Thenryu's got on the board, ready to go, and he's going to hit him for Spark Wisp for 5 damage. So all he needs to do now is get him down to 12 damage. Because once he's got that 12 damage, that's all he needs. Right, Cedra's there, it's on 12. 11 damage he needs, apologies. So Mantix on his 3rd corner does 5, and on his 6th corner does 6, and on his 4th corner does 6. So 11 damage in total there. And looks like Toby's going to double pass again here, his 2nd, 3rd time going. Okay, so the Thenryu's turn. And what's he doing? He's just looking through his hand here. I can see he's not rotating his buffs, which he should have done, but instead he's going to play Shapeshifter. And Shapeshifter is a strange one in this deck because obviously the chances of it being even Astral are very slim because you have such mixed orders. But I think it's there to draw the card that it might be useful just to play the card. This is exactly what's happened. He's drawn this card and he's played it down straight away. And he's got him down to 6 life. Okay, Toby's going to play down the item card Swarm Caller, which is going to give him a superior element, but I'm not sure he's going to be necessarily using that to any advantage. It seems like he's just playing down a card just to try and stay in the game. Doesn't look like he's got much else. Looks like he's got a handful of combo buffs. Okay, Yukona Oracle comes out, which is another damage reduction buff, a bit like Ramparts. So now we're just waiting to see if Thenryu can deal the damage there. Okay, he's rotating his buffs this turn. If he can deal the damage there. Okay, there we go. So he's going to use... Will he use Mantix Tunneler? Let's have a look. I think I can see he's got a Dust Fiend in hand as well. So he's just saying the damage won't be reduced yet. Okay. Yeah, he's going to do it. 2, 3, 4, 5. And... Okay, yeah, he's just going to use Impex's ability to deal the damage. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching. This has been U2 here, narrating the game between Thenryu and Toby in our limited booster draft format. Thanks for watching. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you very much.